The year is 9 AD. The sun glints off the eagle standard of the 17th Legion. They are the pride of Rome, unconquerable. They march, these legions, deep into the heart of Germania. Leading them is Publius Quinctilius Varus, a seasoned general. He has at his command 3 legions, a formidable force. The soldiers march with confidence, their sandals pounding the earth. They carry the weight of empire on their shoulders. But as they venture deeper into the forest, the trees seem to press in. The light dims. An unsettling silence descends. The men exchange uneasy glances. The forest is a different world, alien and hostile. The Romans, masters of open battlefields, feel uneasy. The legions march on, unaware of the doom that awaits. At the head of the column rides Arminius, a German prince. He is a Roman citizen trained in their ways, a trusted advisor to Varus. But beneath his veneer of loyalty simmers a burning hatred for Rome.
Revenge for my people, for my land.
Arminius, with cunning, has been feeding Varus false information. He speaks of minor rebellions leading the Romans deeper into the trap. The soldiers, exhausted from the march, grumble under their breath. The forest seems to amplify every sound, every rustle of leaves. Rumors spread like wildfire. Whispers of German tribes uniting. Fear, insidious and potent, seeps into the hearts of the legionaries. They are marching into the unknown. The landscape changes. The path narrows, hemmed in by steep slopes and dense undergrowth. The forest floor becomes treacherous, littered with roots and hidden bogs. A sudden war cry shatters the eerie silence. It erupts from the depths of the forest, echoing through the trees. The Germans, thousands strong, attack. They come crashing down the slopes, a raging torrent of fury. Arrows darken the sky, finding their marks with deadly accuracy. Roman soldiers fall, their screams swallowed by the chaos.
Betrayed Rome, the forest runs red with Roman blood. The legions are caught completely off guard.
Panic grips the Roman ranks. Orders are shouted but drowned out by the din of battle. The legions, trained for disciplined warfare, struggle to adapt to the chaotic forest fight. Trees and undergrowth obstruct their movements.
We can't hold them off. The trees, they're everywhere.
The Germans, masters of this terrain, fight with savage ferocity. They move like phantoms through the trees, appearing and disappearing at will. Their knowledge of the forest gives them a deadly advantage.
Hold the line, for Rome. The air fills with the clash of steel, the screams of the wounded, and the dying groans of men. The ground becomes a quagmire of mud, blood, and broken bodies. The legions try to regroup, to form a defensive line. But the Germans are relentless, their attacks coming from all sides.
The Roman legions, once symbols of invincibility, begin to crumble under the relentless assault. Their formations, designed for open battlefields, are useless in the tangled undergrowth. They are picked off, one by the German warriors who move like wraiths through the trees. The legions, divided and disoriented, are forced to fight a desperate series of small-scale engagements. Every tree, every thicket becomes a battleground. Roman discipline starts to falter. Fear replaces courage. The soldiers, exhausted and demoralized, begin to realize the terrible truth. They are not fighting to win. They are fighting to survive. The Roman dream of conquering Germania is dying with them.
My legions destroyed, my trust in Arminius misplaced, there is no escape.
Varus, his armor stained with blood and his face etched with despair, watches in horror as his legions are systematically destroyed. The ground is littered with the bodies of his men, the air thick with the stench of death. The once mighty Roman eagle, symbol of their power, lies broken and trampled in the mud.
This is the end. Only death awaits us in this dark and unforgiving forest.
He sees the trap too late. His trust in Arminius, his belief in Roman superiority, has led him to this slaughter. There will be no escape, no reinforcements. Only death awaits him in this dark and unforgiving forest. With a heavy heart, Varus takes his own life, falling upon his sword rather than face the shame of defeat and capture. His death is a potent symbol of the Roman defeat, a final act of defiance in the face of overwhelming odds. The remaining Roman soldiers, leaderless and broken, make a final desperate stand. They fight with the courage of despair, knowing that death is inevitable. But they are outnumbered, outmaneuvered and outfought. As darkness falls, the last vestiges of Roman resistance are extinguished. The silence of the grave descends upon the forest, broken only by the moans of the dying. The Roman eagle has fallen.
Look at what we have achieved. The invincible legions crushed.
The forest floor is a scene of utter devastation. Thousands of Roman bodies lie scattered amongst the trees, a grim testament to the ferocity of the fighting. The air is thick with the stench of death. The silence is deafening.
Their eagle has fallen, and I, Arminius of the Cherusci, have brought them down.
Arminius, his face illuminated by the flickering light of torches, surveys the scene with grim satisfaction. The Roman legions, the invincible legions, have been crushed. Their eagle has fallen, and he, Arminius of the Cherusci, has brought them down. Around him, his warriors celebrate their victory. They dance among the corpses, their faces painted with blood, their voices raised in chants of triumph. The forest, once a place of fear, now echoes with their victory cries. The victory is hard won, bought with the blood of many brave warriors. But it is a victory nonetheless, a victory that will resonate through the ages, a victory that will forever mark Arminius as a hero to his people and a nightmare to the Romans. They have tasted Roman blood and they are hungry for more. News of the disaster at Teutoburg Forest sends shockwaves through the Roman Empire. Augustus Caesar, the emperor, is said to have wandered his palace for days, crying out, "Varus, give me back my legions." The defeat is more than a military disaster. It is a blow to the heart of Roman pride. It shatters the aura of Roman invincibility. Never before have Roman legions been so completely destroyed. The defeat marks a turning point in Roman history. It halts their expansion eastward. The Rhine River becomes the permanent boundary of the empire. The Battle of Teutoburg Forest serves as a stark reminder to the Romans that their empire, for all its might, is not invincible. The Battle of Teutoburg Forest remains one of the most significant battles in history. It is a story of betrayal, of cunning, of courage, and of utter devastation. But most importantly, it is a story about the fall of empires. Teutoburg Forest stands as a testament to the fact that even the mightiest empires are not invincible. It reminds us that hubris and overconfidence can lead to downfall. The echoes of that ancient battle still resonate today.